Hey Flosstube, welcome to Creative Whim Studio. Hey friends, it's so good to be back. It has been 6 weeks since I did a regular Flosstube video. I've had a couple videos in between there. I had a May release and then I had a June release. So those videos are in between there, but still I haven't been talking to you about what I've been stitching on and showing your beautiful finishes and things like that. So I'm happy to be back doing a regular Flosstube today. Today is Thursday, July 4th, so happy 4th of July. I hope that you are having a great day with family and friends and having a cookout or something. It's pretty stifling here today. It's not real sunny, but it's really humid and like 85. So last Sunday, my mom and Jerry came over and it was so beautiful. It was too cool for my mom. She had to have a jacket, but I thought it felt heavenly. It was, I don't know, maybe barely 70 and sunny and breezy. It was so perfect. So, but this feels more like summer, like it's supposed to feel. So anyway, I hope you guys have been doing well, and I hope that you've gotten a lot of stitching things done, or whatever it is you do, quilting, punch needle, what have you. So I guess life update. Oh God, in 6 weeks, I don't even know where to begin. I went to see my friend Chris. So it was May 18th was my last one. So since then, I have went to see Kristen. She has a condo in Florida, and I hadn't seen it yet. She's had it for 4 years. So I took some time and went to visit her down in her condo. So it was just her and I. We had the best time. We rented wave runners, and I have never been on one before. I was a little bit nervous at first because my goal was to not fall off of it because we are in shark infested waters. Yeah, I got there on Saturday. Well, that Friday, so her place is down in Destin, near Destin. It's like over the bridge is Destin. You know, it's like she's right there. And the Friday before I got there, there were 3 people that got bit by sharks like 4 miles down from where her beach is. Her condo's right on the beach. It's amazing. Yeah, so I was more nervous being in the water than I've ever been in my entire life. And, you know, we still went in the water. You know, we'd lay out in the sun or under the umbrella or whatever and then get in just to cool off. But I was not comfortable in the water like I am normally. So when we got the wave runners, I was a nervous wreck until I got used to it. I grew up with a snowmobile, so it's very similar to that. So once I realized that and got the feel for it, I was very comfortable on it. I got mine up to 40, but you know, when you hit a wave at 40, it jars the life out of you. So I would wait until the water was real smooth, and we weren't on the ocean side, we were on the bay side. So that is less, you know, waves to begin with. But Kristen got hers up to 50. I'd get it up to 40 and then I'd freak out and back down. It was really fun. I have the need for speed, people. What else? Oh, gal. Oh, that's right. So we went back to her house. We were there from, no, Sunday I got there. Or it was late Saturday. I don't know. We stayed there till Wednesday, and then we drove back to her place in Tennessee, which is like a 6-hour drive. And that way I could see her daughter, son-in-law, her husband, and her 3 grandbabies. So that was amazing. Stayed there Wednesday through Saturday. I flew home on Saturday, got home like at 11, after 11 on Saturday night. It was wonderful. It was great to catch up with all of them because, as you know, when I went there in March, when I was there for market, the Nashville market, I stayed after to, you know, hang out with them, and I got sick and had to come home early. So our trip was cut short. Our visit, I should say, was cut short. So yeah, it was really nice to get together with her and her family. You know what else? Gosh, there's just been crazy amount of things going on. Ellery, well, she turned 6 years old, but that was in earlier in May. Easton will be turning 5 in like 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. They're growing way too fast, you guys. I mean, we've just had all kinds of fun happening around here. With the 2 new releases, it's kept us really busy. I also have been prepping for all of the retreats that I'm going to, or that I'm the guest designer at, for the second half of the year. So when I get back, so I'm leaving Saturday. I'm leaving Saturday for Tulsa, Oklahoma with 3 friends. We're driving out to the Silver Needle Retreat. We're super stoked. We're leaving early. We're leaving Saturday. It's a 2-day drive, so we get there Sunday afternoon at some point, or maybe early evening. The retreat doesn't start, I think, until Wednesday, later in the day, but they like to get there early. I've never went to this retreat with my friends like this. They've been going, I think this will be their 3rd year going, and they are, they have it down. Like, they want to go early to have some extra stitching time and shopping and all of that. So I'll be gone all next week, and we leave Sunday to come home, and I'll be home obviously on Monday because, again, it's a 2-day drive. Then I'm home Tuesday, and then Wednesday, July 17th, Kevin, myself, the boys, and Sabrina are going to a concert. We're going to see Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Super excited about that. We usually do a concert every year with the boys, and last year we did not because we couldn't find a concert that we all agreed on going to. That's so sad. But anyway, so we're doing that, and then I leave the next day for Craft Gallery Retreat. So I will be gone Friday, Saturday. I come home Saturday. After the retreat's over, I'll drive home because it's only a 2.5 hour drive, and after being gone so much, I will be happy to get home. So I'm really excited. I have 2 retreats right in a row. So after that, it's full on prepping for the retreats that I'm the guest designer at. So I am going to Sauter Village in Ohio for Rug Hooking Week. I am a vendor there, as well as I'm doing a punch needle workshop one evening, and I really have been prepping for that, ordering things to sell. Just, you know, it's more about rug hooking, and my friend Michelle that traces all my rugs for me, her and her husband worked on getting a bunch of rugs traced for me. So, or rug patterns, I should say, traced. So I have to make the covers for those and blah, blah, blah. And then, so that's in August. And then in September is the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. That is full, and I can't wait to go to that. So Beth Twist and I have been working and planning and scheming together. We collaborated on a design, and it's very pretty. So we're doing that. And Kevin and I, that's our anniversary month of September, so we are staying out there for at least a week after the retreat to just explore the area and go up to Washington, and probably fly out of Washington actually. But yeah, so that's going to be a total blast. And then October, I'm going to the Farm Girl Gathering in Amana, Iowa, but I am not the guest designer. Teresa Vanette, my sweet friend, is, and I cannot wait because she's so amazing when she does retreats. And then I am staying an extra day there just to stitch with some close friends. And then I'm going for a couple of days to Door County with friends and staying there because I'm going to the Primitive Gatherings retreat where I am the guest designer. And it doesn't make sense to drive home for 2 days and then go back out. So I'm staying those 2 days in Door County with Denise and Susan Coates, and I can picture her face. Oh my gosh, if I can think of her name, I'll put it up here. I'm so sorry. I know. Anyways, we're staying there for a couple days, going to the Primitive Gatherings retreat. That is October. November, I'm flying out to Mesa, Arizona, to the attic for a retreat there with Linda Lautenschlager of Chessie and me, and Beth Twist again. So the 3 of us are the guest designers for that retreat. That retreat has not been posted yet, So keep an eye out for that if you're interested. Make sure you belong to the Addicts newsletter, or however they get their information out. You'll want to make sure that you join, just join their email list just to make sure you're informed. So that should be announced fairly soon. And then we have the Jingle Ball in December. So I have designed, and plus I've designed some exclusives for boxes and things that are coming out for people that are coming up too. So I've been designing my full head off. Seriously. But it's all good. It's all good. I am going to pause while my air conditioner is going because it's so stinking loud. I'll be back. The air conditioner was on forever, so I don't even know what I was talking about. I might have been finishing up with, I don't know. Anyway, moving right along. So I have been, I was just talking about what I've been working on, and not only with the new releases, but creating new things for my retreats coming up. Also, as you know, or maybe you don't, I do Patreon. So I designed 4 things a month for Patreon. Shoot, I forgot to print off the ornament. I'll just insert a picture of it instead. Okay, so this month for July, I always do Christmas in July for my Patreon. So this month is, for tier 2, 3, and 4, is Naughty or Nice. This was inspired by a painting I did for Vlogmas last year. Then for tier 3 and 4, Gathering Holly, I have wanted to chart this forever. I painted this during Vlogmas in 2021, so 3 years ago. Well, 2.5. I've been wanting to chart that, so I love her. She's basically, it's Molly Gathering Holly. I was gonna name it that, but it seemed like a long title. And then last but not least, we have tier 4, Santa with Anne and Ted. I love this because I love Raggedy Ann. Raggedy and Andy. I had those dolls, like many of you, when I was young. And of course, who didn't have a teddy bear, and possibly who doesn't still have a teddy bear. I collect mohair bears. I used to, so I have a nice collection of them in my home. But I love him. Now, he was also painted during Vlogmas just last year, 2023. And you will see him in my upcoming fabric line called Naughty or Nice. Both of those Santas actually will be in my fabric line that comes out next year. So that's Patreon. I'm going to show you something I purchased that I love. So when I did my video for the Hello America book and my other 2 releases in June, I was showing you, what is it, patriotic tweet that Christine Hollis did. And so I was mentioning that it was fully finished by Terri. Terri, is it Caitlin or Catlin? I think it's Catlin, of the Old Needle Shop. Well, anyways, I was looking up her link to her Etsy shop to put in the description box. And when I did that, I saw super cool things and I had to buy stuff because I've bought from her before. I love her work. She is amazing. So thank you, Terri, for your awesomeness. But look, oh my gosh, look at this little needle book. Okay, I gotta get something. Okay, let's try this again. Look at this adorable needle book. So cute, and I love this fabric. I have, actually one of my whips I'm going to be showing you is in a project bag, and on the back of that project bag is this fabric, and I love that fabric. I guess I can open it up and show it to you. So this is what it's like when it's open and you just can stick your needles in there. Super cute. And then I had to get, it was a set, the matching strawberry look. So I love that. Her work is exquisite, and I'm all about Americana, so I had to have that set. I know I've had other haul in between, last video and this video, but I have no idea what it was. I mean, it's 6 weeks of haul. Who would want to sit through that anyways, correct? Okay, let's talk about whips, baby. Okay, so one of my whips, I actually haven't picked this up in probably a month. It's been 6 weeks since my last video, my regular Flosstube video. So it's probably been a month since I have worked on this. I really wish I was more organized with my Flosstube. All right, let's see if I can find the cover piece. Oh my gosh, look, it's in here. I forgot about this. So when I was flying to see Kristen, when I was at the airport, I went by this little kiosk type store that it said Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, which I adore Tom Petty. Kevin's in a Tom Petty tribute band. We love Tom Petty around here. And it was all like chocolate. So I had to purchase. So here's another haul. It's Tom Petty chocolate. Like, are you kidding me? Dark chocolate with sea salt. I forgot about that. I took a picture of it and sent it to Kevin. And I said, I promise I'll do my best not to eat this before I get home. And he probably thinks that I ate it because I forgot about it. Anyway, let me just leave that out of this, or I'll do it again. Here it is. So this is the cover photo. This was a Patreon January 2024 for tier 4. I've said this before. Once I designed that, I knew I was going to stitch it because I love it. Anything heart and hand. I have to say I'm not crazy about the linen I'm stitching it on. I'm stitching it on Weeks Dye Works Aztec Red. And the reason I don't like it is because it's on the old Weeks. I know some people like the old Weeks, but to me it's too stretchy. And I have a hard time getting the tension of my stitches right because it's so stretchy that if you pull just the slightest, you'll be able to see it. Like, okay, so see this okay, so this finger here, the last row on that, see how there's like a gap there? Well, it's because I outlined this, oops, this one. I outlined the finger and then I was filling in. And evidently when I outlined it, I was pulling tighter than I was when I filled it in. So, not my favorite fabric to stitch on, but I'm working through it because I have enough done that I'm not the one to start something over. Last time you saw this, last time I showed this to you, I did not have the white going around here, so I actually had just like from here to here done on the heart. I almost said star. So I finished the heart and then I did the white going around. I had the bunny partially done, so I finished the bunny, add the two birds, and then I'm working on this part down here. I want to get this all stitched and then it's just fill-in. Going to 2 retreats, I want fill-in, so I really, maybe tomorrow morning, no, I'm not going to be able to do that. Well, before we get to the retreat and it's just the 4 of us hanging out at the hotel or whatever stitching, I'll be able to concentrate a little bit more, so maybe I can get these motifs done. That way when I'm at the retreat, I can just fill in. So a little bit of progress, not a ton. Yeah, but it's a lot bigger than I thought too. I'd love to see this stitched on 56 count. Anybody willing? It's not gonna be me. Yeah, it's much bigger than I thought. It was definitely gonna need to be framed. Like, I thought it would be cool as a pillow, but I think it's gonna be too big for a pillow. And I've said this before too, that little heart could just be done and made into a little heart-shaped pillow, which would be super cute. All right, next we have the Hometown Sale. Here's that bag I was telling you. Isn't that just the most beautiful bag? Oh my gosh, this fabric line. I don't know whose fabric line this is, but it's fantastic. All right, Hometown Sale. Let me put it on this board. It'll be easier to see and hold. I got a ton done on this. And the reason is because, so this is from my Patreon. Tier 4 gets it basically free. Every month I release a very small part. This is a 2-year sale. We are 6 months in. And I did it that way so that I could keep up, because if it was a 1-year sale, I just wouldn't be able to stitch that much each month on it. So if you are in Patreon though, and as long as you're in tier 2, 3, or 4, the past pages can be purchased for $1. So you could actually do the sale along with us. You would be a month behind because I don't post it until a month later. So like July 15th, I'll post. Oh, what are we on? Hold on. Okay, so it is part 6. Actually, so yeah, so there's four sections going across. So this was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 months we'll have like 1/3 of it done. This seems crazy, doesn't it? But this is what it looks like. So now, because I'm the designer and I have the full chart, I kind of am working a little bit ahead of what they're doing, because I'm trying to work a month ahead of them. Well, that worked for I think 2 months. Then I had all those vacations in there and I wasn't stitching at all. So like for instance on that barn, a lot of people don't want to stitch just part of the barn, so they wait until they're going to wait and stitch the barn when they can see the whole barn, that type of thing. Well, I can see the whole barn because I have the whole pattern. So I'm stitching a little bit ahead. Like I added this, whoopsie, I added this tree. So anyway, last time you saw this, I didn't have the squirrel and the flowers done up here in the corner, so I got that done. I only had like this much done on this house. I got that one done. I just had a little bit of this roof done. I put the deer in. I finished this house, got the barn going, and I'm leaving that. It's going to be a blue house, but I'm leaving that for fill-in. I'm leaving also the barn to do fill-in while I'm at these retreats. This is a little hospital. You see the little red cross there. I finished bringing that sidewalk down. Anyway, so I'm going pretty good. So basically, like going on these 2 retreats, I'm hoping to stitch my brains out. That sounds terrible. I'm really hoping to get a lot of stitching done. And I would love to get a page ahead of them. Because the reason they want me to do that, and I want to do it as well, is because if there's any issues that come up, or I say, oh, I don't like that color, I'm going to change that, then I can change that for them, you know, if something's not working out. So that's the goal, but, you know, I don't have a lot of stitching time, so especially once I get back from these retreats, it's going to be full on, you know, retreat prep. So I really do need to get ahead. So that's that. And then I was so excited about that Santa with the Raggedy Ann that I released in Patreon that I started it. That's not the only reason I started it. I really struggled on the colors for the face of that Santa. I wanted the shadowing on the Santa face to be just perfect because his face is so sweet, right? I didn't want stark lines and stark shadows, but I wanted it to show up enough. Anyway, I agonized over picking out floss for it. And I told Kevin last night, I said, you know, it would behoove me to get a folder and keep organized like flesh tones, and then like for instance on this Santa have a picture of his face, and then next to it have what I used on his face. That way, when I go to do another Santa, I'm not like freaking out. I mean, I've done a lot of faces, but most of the time they're more folk arty. So like this other Santa that I did for tier 2, 3, and 4, let's just show you real quick. This is just kind of will help you to understand what I'm saying. So like on that Santa face, he's more folk art. I didn't need any shadowing. So basically he's got one color for the face and then one for over his eyes and then his nose, okay? Now, if you look at this Santa, I wanted more shading. Because to me, he's got a little bit more realistic looking face than the other Santa. So anyway, I think I did good. I picked out colors that really make his face so stinking sweet. So you might be wondering why I stitched his beard like that. I think because I know what I did. So I was coming down here and then I started stitching here. Well, then when I got here, I'm like, well, I'll just go all the way over. Then I decided, oh, I don't even think I was showing you that. So I stitched on this side and then I just went ahead and went all the way over. And then I stopped and said, just outline it and use that for fill-in at these retreats. So I've been outlining. So this will be filled in while I'm at the retreat. This morning I finished up her little face, and so her face will be the same color, flesh tone as his. Now hers is more folk art, so hers is just going to be that light color. And then there'll be some lines that go up there, some back stitching or long stitches. Oh yeah, so I outlined her dress so that I can do fill-in on her dress. This is coming out a lot bigger than I thought too. I'm terrible with that. Unless I have a ruler next to me, like if it says it's going to be, 7 by something, in my head I'm thinking it's going to be smaller. But so he'll probably be about this tall. And I really was thinking about making him into like a little stand-up type pillow thing, but I don't know. I might end up just framing him. We'll see when he's done what I decide. But yeah, I love his face. His face is as sweet as it can be. So back to my story. That's why I ended up stitching him. I was just going to stitch part of his face just to make sure that the colors worked well together. And I stitched like half of his face and I posted it in Patreon. I said, okay guys, I wanted you to know that the colors I picked out work for that Santa face, because when I posted it originally, I said, I'm so sorry. I wanted to stitch this before July 1st because I post all my new stuff on the 1st of the month. I said, but I didn't have time to stitch it. So I'm like, I really need to take time and stitch that, because what if it looks like crud? I don't want to do that to them. So I stitched half the face, I posted, I'm like, the colors worked, it's so cool. I'm very happy about that. And then I'm like, oh, he's so cool. I gotta keep stitching on him. So then I stitched the other side of his face. I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'm all in. I'm gonna just finish the whole thing myself because I love it so much. Anyway, so I have other whips that I just didn't get to touch. I'm taking everything, not all of my whips, but so I had Teach My Heart. What was the other one I was working on? Oh, that one by Teresa Vanette. I'm going to take those two with me as well to the retreat. And then that way I can at least put some stitches in each one of them. Oh, I never even said what I was stitching those. I'm not a good floss tuber, you guys. I'm stitching Santa on 40 count Fox and Rabbit Salt Bush. So sorry. And then the Hometown Sale, I was stitching that on Up in the Attic, also 40 count Fox and Rabbit. My bad. I made these little cards so I knew what the heck I was talking about, and then I didn't even use them. Okay, I'm almost done. I just want to show you some finishes that some sweet ladies sent in for me to share with you. So first we have two by Tara Sullivan. The first one is SullyStitches Quaker, and she used a call for threads, 40 count mystery linen. I love that. Now, if you are not watching and following Tara Sullivan, SullyStitches, I think, I'll have her YouTube link below. I'm sure you've already seen these because she showed them in her Flosstube. Also follow her on Instagram. Yeah, so she also stitched Let Love Rain. Let Love Rain. She used Vicki Clayton's silk conversion on 40 count needle and flax Thornfield. I love it. She stitched this with two friends, Charlotte Burgess, which I showed her on my last video, and Pam Elrod. We did different versions and it was so much fun seeing them come alive. Thank you always for your talent and the beauty you add to the cross-stitch community. Thank you, Tara, my sweet friend. Next we have Sarah Deer. She said, hope you're well. I wanted to share with you my first fully finished that isn't a pillow. It's also the first one of your patterns. I am hooked. I named her Sally. I hope I'm not the only one that names my stitches. She was done on 16 count, I think pewter Ada from Zweigart, and finished on a paddle from Flying Tiger with fabric and ribbon from Stitching with the Housewives. I'm a full-blown whimsy and have just embarked on Serenity, which is my biggest stitch ever. Keep sharing your wonderful talent with the world. Thank you, Sarah Jane. That's really cute. Next we have another Let Love Rain finish. This is from Melissa Neely. She said, Teresa, I love this finish so much. It is definitely one of my favorites hanging in my home now. I changed one color, the blue to DMC 3809 to match the blue in my Florida home. I used that same blue and changed the tulips in the border to blue. I used 40 count Princess Buttercup by Fabrics by Stephanie. Only the second time I've used 40 count. We have been married 31 years and I put our name on the flower pot. Thank you so much. Thank you, Melissa. I love it. Beautiful. I love when people change things to match their decor. That's awesome. Next is Sheila Wilson. Hi, Teresa. I fully finished your Our Trust chart yesterday. As you notice, I did not put the wording at the top and I couldn't find the fabric that I had asked you about. Boo-hoo. But I did find the striped fabric on the bottom at Joann Fabrics and the trim piece under the flag and chicken at Hobby Lobby, and then I sprayed it with antiquing spray. This was such a fun stitch and super quick. Keep on charting your fantastic designs. God bless, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila. That's one of my favorites. It is a small and it's a quick one for people. Next we have Patriotic Tweet stitched by Julie Wickless or Julie Watson. Well, her email address is different than what she signed with Julie Watson, so let's go with that. She stitched Patriotic Tweet on 14 count hand dyed Ada using the called for colors. I absolutely love your patterns. From Julie Watson. Thank you so much, Julie. Cute display. And then I did show you in my last video with the releases, Christine Hollis of Hollis Hands Create. She stitched it in the round by leaving off those two top stars. And then Terri Catlin finished it. I wanted to go ahead and share it here again because it's such a cool finish. She said, I left off the top stars. I also used a grayish blue linen and let the colors come through the stars in the basket. Maybe too many changes for you, but I love it. There's never too many changes, you guys. You do what you want. Once you buy that pattern, you stitch it the way you want with the colors you want. No problem here. Next is, oh, by the way, thank you, Christine, and thank you, Terri. So Valerie Pacheco, I think is how you say her last name. She sent in Sacred, Be Still My Heart. I really love the frame she has it in. Dear Teresa, my name is Val Pacheco. I live in Vancouver, Washington, across the river from Portland. I watch your videos on YouTube, and the best part for me is you sharing your faith. I am also Catholic. I am so drawn to the religious patterns. You have such a talent, God's wonderful gift. When I saw this release a few months ago, I did not hesitate and ordered it the minute you showed it. I stitched on 28 count even weave that I coffee dyed, 2/2. The frame I purchased from Amazon. Thank you so much for sharing your most precious gift. I can't wait to start another pattern of yours. God bless you. Thank you so much, Val. This is beautiful. Thank you for your kind words too. So sweet. Next we have Tammy Trash. She said, I love stitching your designs. Thank you for sharing your talent with the cross stitch community. I finished Sweet Wren in an 8x10 tabletop frame. Stitched on 14 count white Aida with my own choice of happy colors. Very cute. I like it. I like her as a bluebird. She looks good in blue. Thank you so much for sending that in. Next we have Kim Ladd. Wanted to share with you the gifts I made for each of my table mates during the Library Stitchers Retreat in Maine this past April. I stitched your sweet Create on 28 count Monaco 1/1 using my own color conversion. Many thanks for offering such a darling design. My biggest regret is that I didn't make one for myself. Happy stitching, Kim Ladd. Can you imagine getting that as a table mate gift? Are you kidding me? So cute. That would be like a 56 count if she's doing 28 count 1/1. So I can only imagine how small and sweet and cute they are. So it's really inspiring me. I've never stitched it myself, but I am very inspired by what she has done here. If you're not familiar with this design, this is not something that you have to pay for. It is one of my free designs on my website. I will have a link in the description box below. I love that she used like the rainbow colors, like a color palette you would see an artist have. I just think that's so cute. And the trim that she put around each, it looks like, I'm looking in a teeny tiny photo, but I think it's red rickrack. Super cute. So thank you very much, Kim, for sending that in. Thank you all of you for sending in your fully finished pieces for me to share with my audience. I so appreciate it. If you have finished one of my designs and would like me to feature it here in my video, all you have to do is email me at teresakogut3@gmail.com. It's up here on the screen if you want to write it down. Thank you again. That's one of my favorite parts of my video because I love sharing your work, and just people need to see different ideas of finishing and different color palettes. I think it's awesome. That is it. I'm going to conclude with a giveaway. I am going to give away Hello America book that I will autograph for you. I will, personalize it to your name and sign and date it and send it to you no matter where you live in the world. So all you have to do is put hello in your comment below. Please do not mention giveaway or free or hope I win or something like that, because I'll have to delete your comment. Oh, there goes a deer. And that's the deer with the baby. There is a mama deer with, a doe, with her baby fawn that frequents our yard pretty much on the daily these days. They cut across the middle of the yard. It's just, takes my breath away. Sorry, squirrel. Well, it wasn't a squirrel this time. So yeah, I'm giving away one of these, and all you have to do is comment below. Make sure you're 18 or older, because I have to ask for your address, and you will be entered into the drawing. I will be back. Oh, I thought that was thunder. I'm like, no, don't rain, because we're having the family over for a cookout. No, that was Kyle starting his vehicle. Yeah, the family's coming over in about 2.5 hours. Less than that, actually. So I probably won't even actually be uploading this until tomorrow, Friday, because I don't have time to edit this and get it done before they come, because I need to go make some food and get things prepped. Anyways, on and on and on about nothing. I forget what I was saying. Anyways, yeah, get in the drawing. Oh, I know. I was saying when I get back from the retreat, you know, I'm home for 2 days. I have another retreat. So when I get back from the craft gallery, I will do another update. And I am so curious to see how much stitching I get done. How much stitching do you think I'm going to get done? So you guys, I hope you have a great 4th of July. And if you're not in America, I just hope you have a great day. And don't forget, what is my send-off? Create every day. Bye now.